So you watch Tennessee play a football game, and now you want to run the Veer Shoot. Are you sure about that? You can't see the receivers on the side of the screen. Why is this receiver running three different routes? Don't worry, I'm going to fix all of this for you. Let's figure out how to run the most explosive offense in the nation, the Veer Shoot. Now, the Veer Shoot offense was popularized at Baylor with RG3 at quarterback, the coach that we don't really talk about, Art Briles. He was an innovator, but also a terrible person. Two things can be true. And there are variations of it being run across the country. Josh Heupel at Tennessee probably runs the most pure version of the Veer Shoot. I prefer to use the Ole Miss playbook because Lane Kiffin rocks a lot of Veer Shoot along with some regular spread concepts, or the Utah State playbook because the same reason they've got some pretty cool non-wide formations for if you need to get into a regular base offense. Why would you need to do that though? Let's talk about it. The main thing that you'll notice first with the Veer Shoot is the wide splits. Almost every formation is going to be called wide something. Wide offset, wide stack, wide bunch, whatever. And that's because the receivers are as wide out as they possibly can be. Why would you do that? Well, because it's not a passing offense, it's a running offense first. We want to get defenders spread out away from where we run the ball and run the ball quick. Now, that'll open up the passing game, and we'll look for deep shots later. And when it comes to deep shots, the second thing you'll notice about the Veer Shoot is that it's got a ton of choice routes. Now, that might scare you off, and maybe it should, because they don't always run exactly how you want them to in this game. But when we hop on the practice field, we will talk about the best way to go about it. All right, let's hop into the personnel you're going to need to run this Veer Shoot offense, starting, of course, with the quarterback, Nico Iamaleava for Tennessee. I hope I said that right. Is running it really well as a freshman. He's kind of burst onto the scene. What are some of the traits that make him really good at this? Number one, it's throw power. You can see he has 97 throw power, and with those receivers split as wide as they are, even like hitches and slants, they're longer throws than they normally are. So you're going to need somebody who can zip it, and you're also going to need good short accuracy and good deep accuracy. Medium accuracy is important, but you're going to be throwing a lot of deep shots and a lot of short hitches and slants. So throw power, short accuracy, and deep accuracy. What about speed? I would like at least 80 speed, but honestly, with the way that this offense is set up, anytime you keep it with the quarterback, you should have a lot of space. So as long as they just have enough speed to just get some yardage and get down, that's fine. All that being said, I do recommend a field general quarterback for this offense. Not only do they get resistance, which is great for resisting pressure, but they also get step up and dot, which are great for hitting open receivers without missing them. They get sleight of hand, which is great for play action, which is huge in this offense. And then pull down helps prevent them from fumbling. Let's say you get kind of caught up trying to decide which choice route to go to or trying to see where to throw it and you get sacked, you're going to fumble less. So if you're starting a dynasty and you need a quarterback to run this offense, why not Malik Murphy? The sophomore from Duke is 6'5", 230, a field general. He's got really good accuracies for a sophomore, 89 short and 88 deep accuracy, which we said was important, 95 throw power, and he's got 77 speed, 83 acceleration, just enough to get outside, get a few yards, and get down. Or maybe you're feeling a trip to the Big 12. Why not go to Iowa State? Freshman quarterback J.J. Cole, 6'7", 240 with star development. He's got 88 short accuracy, 85 deep accuracy, almost no rating caps, 97 throw power. Now only 69 speed, but he's got the size to be able to fight ahead on, like get a couple extra yards on carries. And as you can see, he's barely capped, so he can grow and get a little bit more speed. If he gets up to like 75 speed, I mean, that's plenty. Or if you want to go even smaller, how about Western Kentucky and former Auburn and LSU quarterback TJ Finley, a junior? I cannot believe he's only a junior. I feel like he's got to be in his 8th year of college. But 6'7", 238, a field general, has a crazy arm, 95 throw power, 88 short accuracy, 85 deep accuracy. He's not super fast, but 73 speed, 74 acceleration, and he's got the size to take some hits. Now, for Ultimate Team, if you're building this offense, this Cam Newton, 94 overall, if you got the bread, go get him. I spent almost my entire coin stack on him. I bought him for 1.32 million. He's down to about a million. If you got the bread, go get him. He's perfect for this offense. Insane throw power, insane speed, insane accuracies. If you're going to go a little bit lower, though, this Robert Griffin III, like I said earlier, really popularized the Veer and Shoot at Baylor, would be great for it. But honestly, you can really get a lot done with some cheaper quarterbacks as well. This Cam Ward is pretty good. He's got good deep accuracy, rocking 92 throw power and 90 deep accuracy. Blake Shapen, Jameis Winston both have pretty good throw power. This Jalen Milroe was widely considered the best quarterback in the game, I think, before Cam dropped, and he's really cheap now. Honestly, I won't even give you some budget options because I think it's that important that you spend at least $50K to get like Jalen Milroe, Shedeur Sanders, Jameis Winston, Blake Shapen, one of those guys to run this offense. It's super important that you have a good quarterback. Or if you don't have the coin, spend some trophies on Carson Beck. He's 420 trophies that you can earn from the field pass. You can get him onto your team for free. All right, now that quarterback is out of the way, let's talk about running back. Like I said, this is truly a run-first offense. This offense is designed to get you 4 yards at a time and then hit them big deep. So running back is super important. I think your star, your key, number one running back should be an elusive back for all of the abilities that they get. Shifty, 360, sidestep, take off, and recoup. I mean, you want somebody who can get the handoff, make a cut really quickly, and just go. So you're looking for people that have shifty and sidestep and 360. However, I do think it would be nice to have a couple of power backs for situations where you need to pick up just a couple of yards. Now, if you're looking for a running back who fits this offense, freshman running back Devin Roche from Old Dominion. First of all, look at those jerseys. Those are super clean. But this guy is a freshman, 96 change of direction. He's got 90 speed, 97 acceleration, and already has gold shifty. So he's going to be able to cut and go. Another small school running back I really like is Arkansas State's Jaquez Cross, junior running back, former 2-star recruit, has 95 change of direction, 91 agility, 95 acceleration, and 90 speed. He does have silver shifty already. Then if you're more of a power back guy, Omarion Hampton is a power back with great change of direction. He plays like an elusive back. He's got 96 trucking, which is insane, but he also has 91 agility, 90 change of direction, 91 speed, 95 acceleration. Of course, he doesn't get that shifty ability, but if you're more of a power back guy, maybe you go for the Tar Heels. If you're looking to build your ultimate team and you got the bread, Alvin Kamara just dropped today and he looks insane. I don't have the coin to get him, but he looks nutty. If you can't get him and you're still willing to spend some coin, Devin Neal is also really, really good. Super fast at 93 speed. This new Lawrence Toafili is also pretty good. But if you're looking to drop down and get somebody for a little bit cheaper, there are some decent options here. This 90 Marshawn Lynch is pretty good. But this CJ Spiller has 90 speed at 50K coins. Love it. And of course, Quinshon Judkins, it's still pretty good as a season 1 card. Only 18,000 coins. Can really break off some runs for you. All right, let's talk about wide receiver. We said earlier that this offense was built around getting 3 to 4 yards of play and then hitting them with big plays. So the main things that I'm looking for in this offense, especially considering the choice routes that people are running, I'm looking for good route running, especially short and deep route running. I'm looking for good catch in traffic because we're going to be throwing a lot of hitch routes. And then, of course, we want some speed as well. Now, which archetype you use is really kind of up to you, but those main traits are what I'm looking for. I mean, look at Brew McCoy here. He's a physical receiver, but he's got 90 speed, 91 catch in traffic, as well as pretty decent route running. Squirrel White here, 91 short route running, 86 deep route running. He's got 95 speed and 84 catch in traffic. So a little bit of everything here. The main thing that I like to say, I like to put my number one wide receiver as the slot wide receiver, whoever has the best overall skill set, because when you have those wide splits, You go to the slot a lot because it's a quicker throw. Those throws to the sidelines are really, really far throws, even for 3 to 4 yard throws. So you really want to put that number one receiver in the slot. So if you're looking for a receiver for Dynasty, Jalen Royals might be one. Yes, Utah State already runs the Veer and Shoot, but I figured this would be a good example of a deep threat that kind of fits this archetype. 93 deep route running, only 83 medium route running, but we don't run a whole lot of medium routes. We do the short and the deep, so we'd really love that. 85 catch in traffic. He's also got 92 speed, 93 acceleration. Jalen Royals, Utah State. Digging a little bit deeper, how about a route runner that fits the mold? 6'4" Chase Roberts from BYU could be perfect for this offense. He's got 86 short route running, 85 deep route running. He's got 86 catch and traffic to go along with 94 speed, 90 acceleration. And again, 6'4", that'll help with those deep passes. And then another option who is a senior but comes kind of built in with an offense that's ready to go with quarterback Caden Salter. How about Trayon Sibley at Liberty? Would be a great receiver in this Veer and Shoot offense. He's got 84 short route running, 89 deep route running, 87 catch and traffic to go along with 88 speed, 91 acceleration. Would be amazing in the slot in this offense. And in Ultimate Team, your choices are aplenty. This Stephon Diggs is just the best wide receiver in the game right now. Either him or Megatron, depending on who you're looking for. Both would be great, along with Zach Branch and Isaiah Bond. But you know this. How about some cheaper options? I do like Keandre Lambert-Smith for a mid-range option, not just because he's an Auburn boy. And then Travis Hunter is a little bit more expensive than he should be. But if we're looking for budget, Braylon Edwards, incredible in the slot, under 50K right now. I'm a big fan of this tricky Ricky White. And then if you're just starting to build your team, there's really no reason to go any further than this Reggie Wayne right here. Only 20K coins. He could be great in the slot for you. All right, moving on to tight ends, and you're really going to want to get you a vertical threat. You're going to want to have a little bit of speed to stretch the field, but most importantly, again, catching traffic for those RPO hitches and short routes like that. Just want to move the ball a few yards every play. Make sure they got sure hands if you can. That is just a great ability for making catches, especially on hitches. And then if they have 50-50, that's also really good because it's going to help them with one-on-one catches down the field as well as in the end zone. Now, there are a couple of formations in the Veer and Shoot where you've got the tight end in an H-back kind of formation, so they're kind of an up back in the backfield. So they're a little bit more blocking. So if you want to have one or two blocking tight ends for those situations, even though EA doesn't have formation subs in the game, you can do that. But primarily, you're going to want to have a vertical threat. And probably not surprising because SMU runs a version of the Veer and Shoot with Rhett Lashley. RJ Maryland from SMU is a great tight end to have in the Veer and Shoot. He's got good short and medium route running. He's got 89 catch in traffic, 83 speed, 87 acceleration, and he's got that gold sure hands ability. Moving on down to Western Kentucky, another good option is River Helms, a former 3-star recruit. He is a good tight end with 79 and 77 short and medium route running, 85 catch in traffic. He's got 83 speed, 86 acceleration, and also silver sure hands. Then if we dig really deep at Florida Atlantic, Khalil Brantley, not the quickest tight end. He is a vertical threat. He's got 78 short and 73 medium route running. He does have 83 catch in traffic, 76 speed, 86 acceleration, and bronze sure hands, which is good because in the American Athletic Conference, or are they CUSA? No, they're American Athletic Conference. You're only going to run up against silver and gold defensive abilities a handful of times a year. So bronze abilities are great. If you are looking for a tight end in Ultimate Team, Jack Velling, in my opinion, is the best buy right now. 77,000 coins for one of the best tight ends in the game, if not the best. He is just absolutely insane. But if you're looking for some budget options, you can drop down a little bit to 50K for this Bryson Nesbitt or Tyler Warren. Or if you're looking to spend like 10K coins or less, this Brock Bowers from Season 1 is pretty good. And this Jace Amaro has like 85 speed, which is great for an 85 overall in Ultimate Team. The only problem is that they are from Season 1, and it's hard to find them on the auction house sometimes. But if you do, it's normally for only like 5,000 to 10,000 coins. All right, let's talk a little bit about the offensive line. You're going to be running a lot of quick hitting running plays because with the defense spread out, the goal is to get the ball to the running back and get it upfield quickly before they can converge on it. So you're not really running a whole lot of powers or traps. There are a couple in there, but really you're going to want power offensive linemen. You don't need agile offensive linemen as much as you need power run blocking offensive linemen. Now, of course, you do want some pass blocking, but ideally the passes are going to get out quick. Tennessee does have a pass protector at left tackle as well as at center, and I do kind of like that because you can get a couple of abilities that really help out slowing down the pass rush, like play action shield or pocket shield. So maybe a pass protector at left tackle, possibly center as well, definitely left tackle, but then the rest you're going to want to go with power offensive linemen. All right, we're getting ready to hop into practice against the Alabama defense on Heisman with this Veer Shoot, see if we can explain how to run it in this game. But while I put up some teams on the side of the screen that I think would be good to start a dynasty with, I need a favor from you. Leave me a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Maybe even share it with some people. Let's get this knowledge out there for everybody to see so we can have more fun playing this game. Let's hop onto the practice field. All right, here we are out on the practice field. We're out in our wide set. You can see the split wide receivers and the defense is split out wide, so we have a ton of room to run the ball should we choose. This is an RPO. Let's go ahead and tackle the elephant in the room. How can I run this offense when I don't see the receivers? These camera angles that I can switch to are pretty crappy. I don't like having these camera angles. I like the default camera angle. How do I see it? Well, I'm going to tell you. If you hit the B button on your controller to select a player so that you could, for example, move them in motion. So, you're cycling through with B. All you have to do is hit it once and just select a player, and you can leave it here and snap the ball, and it will zoom back in to the regular camera angle so that you can see these receivers, see what the defensive back does, make a read. I'm going to try to read the right defensive backs here, see if we can screen it out to number 5. If not, we'll hand it off. And they do give us a little cushion there, so we'll just screen it out to McCoy, and that's an easy 7-yard gain. You see how that works? I'm going to show you one more time. I just hit B one time, and now I can see the entire field. I see that the cornerback's backing off some. I know I've got some space. There's 4 yards. All right, so we talked a little bit about how to see the outside wide receivers so you can run those RPOs. If you need more tips on RPOs, I have a video exclusively dedicated to that. Make sure you check it out. In the meantime, let's go ahead and hop into the next thing, the slot choice route. Now, why are all of these other receivers just running hitch routes? I'll tell you why. It's because the Veer Shoot is notorious for receivers just running what they call dead routes. They just take a couple steps and stand there. It conserves their energy, but also it occupies these other defenders, and it allows simplified reads for the quarterback. You're basically going to let this slot receiver decide what he wants to do. Throw it to him at that breaking point based on the coverage. If it's completely covered, you have your check down. You got to know where your check down is. So if you look at your choice route, it's not there. You go to your check down, and that is it. All right, we're going to snap it here and see what White does in the slot. There's a little bit of safety help over the top. I kind of thought he might curl there, but he ran the ran the slant post route, and you see it ended up working out. Here's tip number 2 when it comes to this. Unless you're certain that they're running the streak, hold back on your left stick so that you're leading backwards. That way, if you make an incorrect read or you do... Okay, so right there, I kind of wasn't sure if he was going to run the streak or the curl. I thought he might run the curl, but I just aimed it to the outside and backwards so that if he did run that curl route, it didn't go to the defender. See here, he's going to run that little post route again. We just hit him at the breaking point. So it's all about rhythm. You get when that breaking point is where they make the decision on what route to run. That's when you want to throw it. See right there? I think he made the wrong route. So you're going to throw some interceptions here. It's not perfect. You got to make quick decisions. Here, they're bringing a blitz. That's pretty covered. We're just going to throw the check down. They've got that slot route covered. We'll get a few yards and move on to the next play. All right, let's take a look at this wide deep choice route. Now, here's something that is you kind of need to understand is that the primary route, the one marked in red, is the one that you're going to read. McCoy on the other side is running a choice route, but his primary goal is not necessarily to get open, but to drag the defenders away so that you can read the primary read defender. You do have a couple of underneath routes for checkdowns, especially Brazil. There's your check down in case the wide choice route doesn't go open. But you see here how if I hit B, it zooms out. I can read that route now, see what the cornerback is doing. He makes that inside cut. That's just a bad throw by me. Good coverage, but I can see what he's doing and make that throw based on the coverage. Here, they've got that. They went and double teamed the outside, so we just hit the check down. So it's all about taking what the defense gives you, making that read. And the big thing is go into this wide camera so that you can kind of see. Like right there, I saw that cornerback bailing, and I knew that curl route was coming. I'll show you again here in instant replay. I could see here that there was no help because number 0 is covering the slot receiver, so it's one-on-one. This cornerback is bailing deep. You can see he turns his hips. Soon as he turns those hips, I know this curl route is going to come open. So I'm just going to hold back on the thumbstick and throw it to him. Easy 10, 12 yards. And then the last thing here that I want to show you is that it doesn't have to be all RPO routes. There are some great wide route combinations where if you can just pick out a key defender to read, you have an idea of where to throw the ball. You don't even have to see the outside. So like right here, I know I'm essentially reading whether I throw it to White on the short slant or Thornton on the deep post. So we really need to read that middle linebacker and that safety and just kind of see what happens. So right here, the middle linebacker kind of bails, and I know I've got space. We'll go to the replay here and take a look at it. See right here, I know that my first receiver in that bunch is running a slant. So the safety is going to take a step back, and the linebacker stays in the middle. I know that there is space on the outside there. Even if they're in man coverage or whatever, I know that there is a ton of grass there for me to throw it, and that's going to be easy. So you're just looking to see that safety is leaving you space by stepping backwards into deep coverage. Your linebacker's not drifting to the right at all, so you're just going to have an opening here. Now, if this safety here would have cheated up a little bit, then that's when I know maybe I just throw it, I lob it over the top and hit that post route. Another example of this is this X rub under play in the wide offset. So really, I'm just kind of reading the safety. If he drifts to the outside to help and covers the fade, then I'm going to go to the slant over the middle. If he stays over the middle and covers that, then I'm going to try to hit the fade. So right here, he kind of drifts to the outside, and I'm just going to immediately throw it to White. And look at that, touchdown. Again, it was just reading the safety here. I know that my slot receiver is going to release to the outside, so I can probably count on that slot defender to drift that way. So if the safety is helping over the middle, then I'm going to go to the fade. But as soon as I snap the ball, he takes a step to the outside. And so I'm like, okay, I know I've got this receiver running in. We're just going to throw it to space, let him run into it, and make that catch. All right, so there, the safety stayed inside a little bit. He backpedaled, and so I knew I was going to have space. Same play here, but look at this safety. He backpedals, sure, but he doesn't really go to the outside, whereas that slot defender does. So right at the snap, I know my slant is covered by number 0 there, but I should have some space because that safety's not drifting to the sideline. So I just hold back, throw a little back shoulder fade, and you got to click over and user it sometimes on that fade and just hit that secure catch and get that catch on the sideline. All right, y'all, that is going to wrap things up for our Veer and Shoot video. I hope you learned some things. You're going to have to get on the practice field and lab it up and just get used to it. You got to go in with confidence, make quick decisions, settle for two to 4 yards every play. That's fine. 3 or 4 yards every play, not 2 yards. Make your quick decisions. Always know where your check down is. If you learned something from this, please share it with other people. Let them learn it. Let's have some fun playing some college football. As always, I really, really appreciate y'all. We will see you next time. Peace out.